Welcome to the 6873 show. The show this week, we're going to have a little backstory, how the show got started, and where we'd like the show to continue in the future. We would love also to get your feedback, so please like and subscribe. Please leave your comments in the bottom, and we really want to hear from you. So just starting out with, so I guess I brought all of us together with the first version of the show. Like I say, it was a long time ago when I first started out. There was, in another world called Space, there was a live recording show you used to go to all the time, and it was called After or Midnight. And he'd have a stage. He was recording it, putting it on YouTube, and he actually used to film his in front of a live studio audience. And it was a great concept. What he would do is he would start the show, and he would just point up to someone in the stage and say, "You, give us a subject." And no matter what it was, they would explore that subject. And, it was amazing how really entertaining a lot of these shows were, and how in depth they got, because it was basically a round table with just the entire audience. And what astounded me is, this was kind of the early days of VR, and a lot of the earlier days in VR, people weren't as controlled as they are now.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to see how people, actually treated the show as if they were actually at a live recording of a show.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, these shows would last sometimes 2-3 hours at night. And it was just absolutely, astonished and captured with that idea of actually recording a show inside a virtual environment and actually being that good. And I always kind of wanted to, one of these times, I actually want to do something like that too. So I had come up with the idea that I actually had built a very basic stage and wanted to start, at least try to do a small YouTube channel. Because like the show I used to go to, it wasn't a comedy, it wasn't a pre-recorded thing, it was an actual talk show, and that whole concept to me was fascinating. And just the concept, of having, an actual show, but filmed in such a unique medium and environment. And so I had my first attempt at gathering some people. My first ideas for the show was to just get random people and have them kind of like a story track. Just grab anyone and say, "Hey, tell me some interesting stories about your life." And, just sit them down and just whatever it is, just tell us some interesting stories, some of the things that you've learned from, what would you tell someone who's going through the same situation? Mm-hmm. And from that, it kind of started evolving into what it's starting to become now. And my first show, I had got some friends together, and let's just say it was like herding cats. Complete disaster. Yeah.
Check out the video on the YouTube. Check out the video.
Yes, it's bad. It's bad. And like here I'm trying to actually do an actual show, and everyone else there's like weirdly headed chickens and stuff like that. I'm going, oh please no, just no. So I had found a guest for the first episode that had an interesting story, and that had definitely had its hiccups. We had a catastrophe. I had got my first guest on, and then I had known Tokkie for quite a bit, and I asked her, "Hey, would you like to come on because I was actually filming that day, didn't have anyone else, and I kind of wanted to have more people in the show, so I had invited Tokkie. Would you like to at least sit in, maybe help co-host for one show?" And so she did. Yes. I remember that 2 years. what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
What?
And it's like,
Just
I was
stand there.
like,
Just
don't
sit there and
say.
look pretty, honey. Just sit there and look
I
pretty, honey.
tried. Okay, I tried my best, but it was scary. It was like within 5 minutes. Hey, can you help me out on a show? Sure. Okay. What do I do?
Too scared to say no.
Yeah, that too.
well, it was bad too because we had started shorting, and there's actually an actual camera that records this just like on a regular set. Well, cats. If you're recording anything, lock the little buggers up in a little cage inside of a cement box under the building. So we had originally filmed this amazing 45-minute show. Absolutely gold. It was amazing. And after the show, I started playing it back, and my kitten had decided to get on the camera keyboard and do her kitty stuff on it.
Around.
The camera was all around. It was stopping and pausing. It's like, no.
It was actually funny because we were mid-interview and I started noticing the camera was like turning a little bit around and then moving to one side. I'm like, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? And when he just sent me the text on Discord, I'm like, oh God, of course. Makes sense. We just spent like, 1 hour just talking, and it went so well. So when we had to do the second, like the retake, it was like, God, it was awkward. It was a little bit, for me, it was a little bit awkward. It turned out good. It did. It really did. But it was like, I have asked this 200 times now, and you're going to hate me for it. But we did it. We managed it. So, yeah. Yeah.
Lessons learned in recording, especially for a new show.
No.
So anyone who thinks that recording in VRC or actually any show or doing YouTube in general is easy, we've got another story for you. We should actually do a show for everyone if they would be interested on actually what goes into making just one episode of one of these. If you'd be interested in that, please tell us what your thoughts on that in the comments below.
You can see how crazy we act behind the scenes and stuff. Not just bloopers.
We are very reserved.
I will just be the one in the corner just staring at everybody.
Basically, yeah.
It's this one here we have to watch out for.
Me? The silent one.
Me?
It's always the quiet ones.
So I remember in one of the shows that you made, we were talking about the name of the show. Like, basically spelled muse, like the old way of texting, like you had. And it spells out muse if you actually look it up. But why the numbers? Why muse? Why not something else? Like what? Yeah.
So it's hard to come up with an original name. And like say the first idea for the show was to actually amuse and talk, interview, and discuss different subjects. So basically musing about different things. And I literally come up with all these different things, and that was taken. And I want something like a little bit original, a little bit out of the ordinary. Yeah. And the only thing I could come up with was putting muse in the old numerical texting format. And it's like, it's unusual, and it's the only thing available. So that's kind of where it came out with.
You wanted to stand out from the rest, basically.
Exactly.
Instead of having the actual word in it, you wanted to give something that has like a deeper meaning into the actual meaning of the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people who probably don't remember the old style of texting where we'd actually use numbers.
Potato. Goblin.
Potato.
Yeah.
But anyway, second show came around, and we had decided to invite some other people. Toki and invited her significant other Ion because he is actually a TikToker, has a lot of experience with a lot of video shooting, stuff like that. And of course, we have Rossi, who's been a friend of ours for a long time and is just a very flamboyant personality. And we did the second show, which turned out to be
what?
Absolute gold.
He's what?
What
Flamboyant personality?
Flamboyant. What are you trying to say?
Outgoing.
Okay, yeah, let's.
That kind of flamboyant. Ah, right, okay.
I didn't say flamboyant. I said flamboyant.
Sorry.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense.
It's the miscommunication between American and British.
Okay, how do you think I feel? English is my second language. Excuse me.
Do not get her mad. She will swear at you in languages that will scare you.
Yes, out of everybody in this room,
No.
there's one person you do not want to make mad.
No.
Her.
No.
This is why she has a special chair.
Oops. I am a very sweet person. I have a temper, yes. Do I use
Sweet
it often?
person.
Maybe. But if you know me as well as these, I'm okay. I hope. Okay, the silence says everything.
I love you.
No, too late.
We're in fear because she actually does have this huge weapon that she will bring out and chase us around with.
No, I don't. Oh, you mean this?
Yeah, that would be it.
Yeah. Watch out! You nearly impaled me then. I did nothing wrong this time. I did nothing wrong this time.
She has threatened to cut off
No,
my
I
Wolfie
haven't.
bits.
No.
Nearly did cut off Rossi's.
Okay, we're getting sidetracked here. Can we please go back to the subject? Or I will bring the side
what
out.
the people want.
What's the subject?
Wait, we have a subject?
Yeah, what's one of them?
So anyway, after the second show, we were watching the second show and said, hey, we actually have a lot of good screen chemistry here. Why don't we actually start doing this, from now on? And so it's kind of been evolving from that. And just let you know that everyone here actually has their own YouTube channels too. And the links and everything will be in description. In fact, Toki here actually does what she calls cute horror, which is just horror that makes you scream in a cute way. And we'll actually see one of those right now.
Hey, brother, don't cut down this one. We're doing this one. Follow the laser, brother. Calm yourself.
And over here, we also have Ian, that is also a TikToker. Has some amazing videos. Please like and subscribe to him on TikTok. And if you'd like to see one of those, we'll put those up right now.
I don't know how much value I have in this universe. But I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be.
Rossi over here is going to be starting a channel here also, and he actually has some amazing writing videos in England, which I highly recommend you watch. His link is down below. And if you actually want to see him get into some amazing road rage, definitely watch his channel.
Roadway.
Well, it does contain a lot of swearing.
It does. So yeah, it's not for it's not for youngsters. It's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's it wasn't my goal to make motorcycle videos where bad things happen and incidents and my crashes. But that just seems to have been what's happened. I would like to do more.
On your channel.
Yeah.
You have a lot of crashes.
But that was over a span of a few years, so it's not it's not like I'm every day I go out and crash.
Just like, who can I ran into today?
Well, that's right. That's a Ducati. It probably won't even start anyway.
If he goes off, it would be a miracle. I mean, literally, I would like to see that. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Yeah. No, in fairness to Ducati motorcycles, they are fantastic when they work.
But the problem is when they ever work.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of what they call rolls down one hill, can hardly get up the next.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So we ended up there.
So anyway, we would love to hear your thoughts. Where you would like to see the show going? What would you like to see on the show? And if you have any interesting stories, if you're involved in anything that you'd think would be interesting to be on the show, please put those in the comments, because we'd love to hear from you, because ultimately you're the one watching it. So we want this to be part of your show too. And we have a lot of new things coming on the show, so please like and subscribe, stay with us, because we do have a lot of exciting content, not only the main show here, but also with all the TikToks, the side shows, and also Rossi's, Tokkies, and Ion's main shows. So please stay with us and like and subscribe. Where would you like to see the show go? I mean, how do you see the show going in probably, let's say, a year from now?
Oh. Wait.
Lots and lots of viewers, millions of viewers.
Yeah, we want lots.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah. A lot of subscribers, a lot of input. Like Ren said, please comment, like, subscribe. Lots of love. We want to hear your opinions, and I hope that the show within a year would have like a lot of more opportunities. Like right now, our main focus is VR, guests in VR, roundtable talk. But who knows, with the right amount of followers and memes and stuff like that, we can actually go further than just VR.
Branch off to other subjects as well.
Exactly. And with us having our own individual thing too, it kind of connects everything, because it is part of each other, if you may say so. Also, I want to clear up, I have the 2 first shows on my channel. I am gonna remove them because it's gonna be mainly on the show's channel from now on. And my channel will be basically only for my part, like my thing I'm doing. And it's gonna come up soon. I just have to stop being lazy. But yes, it's a work in progress. I'm also collaborating with him on TikToks, and I got a new exciting news too. So stay tuned. It might come up soon on my TikTok. But yeah, I don't know. Y'all want to add anything?
Well, I was just going to say, if with the input side of things, if anybody wants to post a comment, if they want to join us, if they've got a story that they want to talk
Yes.
about on the show,
Yes.
again, post
Mhm.
away, let us know.
That
We are
or
gonna
have
contact
an
us through the
email.
emails.
Exactly. Contact us through the email for the show, link in the description. Contact us with any kind of subject you think would be interesting for people to hear about in VR. And we will set up an appointment with you. And yeah, please.
Also, too, reaching out to a lot of the content creators and stuff like that. Also, if you, let's say, you make worlds and avatars, anything like that, and maybe you would like to showcase some of those, get in contact with us, and we'll have you on the show, explore your world a bit or your avatars, and have you on. Oh,
Yeah.
Rossi, so you might be doing some videos. I know Ian is going to be doing some videos here, or some video projects coming up any soon. Do you have any ideas or any plans for your show?
Well, I'd like to do some sort of like motorcycle hints and tips for maintenance and, service, self-servicing and things like that. And that'd be something I'd like to, put into the show for any of the biker-friendly people out there that might want a home garage insight into how to do general things with their bike.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That would be excellent.
What about you? Like, you had a project too. Like, is there anything you want to disclose here, or is it a secret until it happens?
I would say I'd keep it a secret until it finally happens, because I'm still working out minor bugs here and there. It's basically going to be for 21 and plus subjects.
Yeah.
Due to the new tobacco
Chicka,
laws
bow,
across the
wow.
U.S.
Oh, tobacco.
But
Yeah.
yes, due to that, I'll be mostly talking about the vaping industry, products, perfectly good stuff to use, and Ohm's Law. A lot of people do not know Ohm's Law and have things explode in their hands. That will be my biggest subject.
Yeah.
And
So we had a lot to look forward to, yeah.
Well, Toki, you had some ideas for your own spin-off show too, which I think is going to be quite exciting.
Well, I'm basically gonna go into public worlds and be a menace. No, I am gonna go around, have small conversations, ask some questions, like the weird kind of questions, to random people, film them, and that's gonna be kind of my starting point of my show. Trying to. But again, if people have any kind of ideas, I'm open for it.
Excellent. Well, I think that's probably going to do our show this week. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for next week's exciting show. Please stay with us. Like I say, we have a lot of stuff coming on the horizons. Until next week, I am Ren. We have Rossi, Toki, and Ian. And we want to hear from you, our actual stars of the show. Until next week, have a good one.
Lots of love.
Toodle pip.
good vibes. Potatoes.